I've always wanted to try and answer the question, what is the Fearless sound? So let's go through their music chronologically so you can see what I found. May 2022, we have their debut EP, Fearless, and their production choices are saying a lot before any of the members even sing. That's the bass line for The Great Mermaid, and it's saying so much. That bass is very physical and present. Unlike a lot of K-pop songs that use bass as a supporting sound, the Sserafim uses the bass line for most of the Fearless EP to be a driving force in the track, where it's the center of attention. The whole production is just attitude. And then comes the line that anchors this whole era. The world is my oyster.
The world is my oyster.
And remember that line, because we'll come back to it. But for now, this is Le Sserafim on their debut. This is them being bold and declaring, I'm fearless. Now, about 6 months later, we have the Antifragile EP, and this is where things start to get interesting. For a project with only 5 songs, the genre selection is a bit confusing. We have rock, reggaeton, R&B, hip-hop, you name it. I mean, they added, I think, as many genres as they could in 5 songs. Now, it sounds like a mess, but they actually pulled this off so well that it turned into a flex. Basically, they don't need to pick a lane because they can just work in any genre. But what really caught my attention for this project was actually the artwork. Now, I don't think it's crazy to say the artwork looks inspired by kintsugi, which is the Japanese practice of repairing broken pottery with gold. The philosophy behind this being that just because something's broken doesn't make it less valuable, and that highlighting the flaws can make things more beautiful. And to me, that's what a lot of the Antifragile project is about. This is pretty opposite to the fearless sound we heard in the first project, where they're bold and making a declaration. This is them saying, hey, we're vulnerable, but it doesn't make us less fearless. Now remember this concept as I play you this song.
'Cause I don't wanna break my weakness. 있는 그대로의 나를 사랑할래.
This song is called Good Parts, and the whole song is about loving yourself entirely, including the good, bad, and the broken pieces. And then, right here,
있는 그대로의 나를 사랑할래.
you can actually hear a glass breaking in the background. Now, do I think someone accidentally added this glass breaking sound on a project that's about loving broken pieces? Probably not. So Antifragile isn't just about adding as many genres as they can. It's them saying, hey, I know on our last project, we made this big declaration and we're super bold about how fearless we are, but we're also vulnerable, and that doesn't make us any less fearless. 2023, we have their first album, Unforgiven. Now, Unforgiven combines both the worlds of fearless and Antifragile while adding more songs as well. They continue the emotional vulnerability on songs like FEARNOT,
두렵지 않게.
and then they double down on their bold songs as well, like Eve, Psych, and the Bluebeard's Wife.
Boom, 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 내 심장이 뛰네. Get it like boom, 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 get it like boom.
So this is them doubling down on their sound of both having these super bold bass-driven tracks, as well as a more vulnerable side that we heard on Antifragile. Now in 2024, things start to really heat up because the Easy Crazy Hot trilogy kicks off. Easy makes a bold production choice. They decide to start taking layers out of the production. Listen to this instrumental, for example. Listen to how much space is in that mix. The drums are softer, there's a wonky sounding synth, but we love it nonetheless. And the production really takes a backseat to let the vocals shine. This is the production equivalent of a trust fall. So the fearless sound on their Easy EP is the confidence in their vocals to perform. And then immediately after, we have the Crazy EP. And this is the exact opposite energy from Easy. On Easy, the production took a backseat, but on Crazy, the production went crazy. Those are the chords from Crazy, and they're pretty hard to ignore. They're bouncy, fun, and goofy in the best way possible. Everything that Easy took out, Crazy put right back in and then some. But the track that really caught my attention was 1-800-HOT and Fun. Distorted guitars take this polished girl group sound that we heard on Easy and completely breaks it. So if Easy was about quiet confidence, then Crazy was their confidence to be unhinged. And then ending the trilogy, we have Hot. Those groovy bass lines are back like we hear on Fearless and Blue Flame. And you can hear those groovy bass lines throughout the whole Hot EP. But there's one sound that changed.
있다면
That's right, they added chords. Now I couldn't tell you if they're adding chords to the groovy bass lines or they're adding groovy bass lines to the chords, but it seems like they finally fused both of those together on this EP. It feels like they're fusing the bass lines from Fearless and the chords from Antifragile in order to create the hot EP. Now that brings us to 2025, Spaghetti and Pearlies. Funky bass line with metallic percussion, and there's one harmonic thing here that I want to mention. The song is built on the Mixolydian scale, and to give you the shortcut, it's almost a major scale, except one of the notes is flattened, and flattened just means that it's lowered. But because that note is flattened, it adds a lot of tension in the track. That's why the track feels fun and funky while also maintaining this feeling of tension. So Spaghetti is not really trying to prove anything here. The debut was their declaration, Antifragile was them being vulnerable, Unforgiven was them doubling down on this, Easy was the confidence in their vocals, Crazy was unhinged, Hot was them blending their world together, and Spaghetti was just fun. It's them just enjoying making music, and them having fun and doing what they want is Fearless. Now this sounds like a great ending, but there's one more song we need to consider. That is Pearlies, and if you were paying attention in the beginning when I told you to remember them saying, "The world is my oyster," this is them now saying that my oyster is the world. That's also the name of the song. So 2022, on their debut, they're saying the world is my oyster. The whole wide world is mine for the taking. 2025, they're saying my oyster is the world, meaning what I have here is enough for me. I have everything I need in what I already have. And that is some crazy character development. So, what does LE SSERAFIM's Fearless sound actually sound like? Well, honestly, it always changes. And I think the reason it always changes is because they're just people. What started out as these hard and gritty bass lines telling you that the world is theirs, followed up with another project showing their vulnerability, them being chill, them being happy, them being crazy. It's all here. And I think the true Fearless sound is them just being raw and authentic, doing what they love and doing what they do best. So I think the Fearless sound will always keep evolving and changing, because so long as LE SSERAFIM is doing what they want, that is the true Fearless sound. From all of the Fearless sounds that we've covered in this video, I'm curious to know what's your favorite tracks from LE SSERAFIM. I think mine don't get enough love, so I'm just gonna shout out No Celestial and Fear Not. I'm just saying, it's an elite taste. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one.